When we think about Christianity, we normally circle back to the idea of God. Essentially, all rules come from God. For example, the Ten Commandments were given to Moses on the top of a mountain by God. Another key example is the Bible. This was given to Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, again by God. The Bible is composed of two parts, the Old and the New Testament. The God of the Old Testament was unjust, racist, misogynistic, homophobic and quick to judge. This resulted in a lot of people in the Old Testament suffering for no apparent reason. The God of the New Testament was fair, kind, forgiving, and rational. So he did things such as raising Jesus from the dead and allowing him to pay for all of the sins of humanity. It would appear that these two gods are directly opposed. So the God of the Old Testament encouraged war. He said things such as, "I will stir up Egyptian against Egyptian, brother will fight against brother, neighbour against neighbour, city against city." The siege of Jerusalem, the Battle of Siddim, the Battle of Qarqar, Babylon, Jabesh Gilead, the pursuit of the Israelites and the Syro-Ephraimite War are just some examples of the many wars in the Old Testament. The New Testament God, however, discouraged war. In the New Testament, we saw the arrival of Jesus. Jesus advocated for peace, anti-violence and love, saying things such as, "Blessed are the peacemakers." So how do we compose the idea of two different gods and one ideology about war? Well, we can look at the teachings throughout the years of various Christian leaders. In the first 300 years of Christianity, they were mainly pacifists. However, in the time of Constantine, they developed the ideology that societies have the right to war, and that it was right and proper to use violence. However, then came the development of the just war doctrine. The just war was Christian philosophy similar to the lesser jihad. It teaches that taking human life is always wrong. States have a duty to defend their citizens and defend justice. However, in certain situations, it is just to use war to protect innocent people. This is the ideology that a lot of Christians used for a long time, especially in the New Testament, and a lot of modern Christians still use today. So, to summarise, the God of the Old and New Testaments are very different. The Old encourages war, but the New Testament is against it. Modern Christians generally follow the just war doctrine, which teaches that violence should only be used when absolutely necessary. Thank you for watching!